Hello, Cleveland. Welcome back to TV20. I am Errol Porter, and you are tuned in to Make It in Cleveland, another episode brought to you by the City of Cleveland's Economic Development Department, helping catapult budding businesswomen like Shireen Bradley to success. How's it going?
Hi, thanks for having me.
All righty. You have a great smile on your face. It's
Thank
a
you.
sunny day here in Cleveland. It's always beautiful. And vegan vibes, I'm already in because it sounds healthy and it sounds tasty.
Yes.
So explain to us what vegan vibes is.
Vegan Vybez is a plant-based catering company here in Cleveland, Ohio. It features Panamanian and Caribbean cuisine. So we offer a vegan twist on authentic Panamanian and Caribbean dishes.
Now, what does that consist of? A lot of beans?
Well, I'm Panamanian, so I grew up on things like plantain, sancocho, arroz con pollo, carimañolas, empanadas. I mean, it's a huge variety.
Now, you can pronounce all this stuff very, very well.
Yes.
So where does that come from?
Panama.
Panama, okay.
Yeah, so my family's first language is Spanish. So
now, you have a great cooking tradition.
Yes.
So that when you learn most of your skills in the kitchen,
yes,
your mom and family.
From my mom and my actually back home in Panama, I have 3 family members, 2 aunts and my uncle that all have food companies. So they do like pop-ups and catering, and so they're all in the business also. So they definitely have inspired me.
So did you think like, my food is better tasting than anyone else's? I need to open up so the world can taste my food. So did that come in your head? So what made you jump out there and say, you know what, my food is so good, or people are telling me it's so good, let me start selling it?
Well, Vegan Vybez actually started accidentally. So I transitioned from vegetarian to vegan, and in the process, it was extremely hard to find vegan food here in Cleveland. So this was almost 7 years ago, and at the time it was, I had to drive all over the city to find good vegan food, and nothing even remotely close to the Panamanian foods that I grew up with. So that's when I decided to get in the kitchen and veganize all of my favorites. So I started basically veganizing all of the foods that I grew up with by offering substitutes like mushroom instead of chicken, jackfruit instead of beef, and by posting the videos, I got a lot of attention from it and just kind of grew from there.
School me on nutrition for dummies.
Okay.
What's the difference between vegetarian and vegan?
Vegetarians don't eat meat. Vegans are strictly plant-based, so they don't have any animal products. So that would include things like some white sugars are the way they process it. They use animal bone. Gelatin contains pork, eggs, dairy, so nothing that came from an animal whatsoever.
Good to know. All righty. Now, tell us about you. I'm sure a lot of your personality goes into this food that you're preparing. So tell us about you and your personality and what drives you.
I would say family drives me. I'm a mom of 3. I have a big family. Most of my family is back home in Panama, but we keep in touch. So I just really want to make them proud by representing the Panamanian culture here in Cleveland is very small. So I just really want to just make them proud by showcasing my culture in a very proud way, but also being very passionate about the vegan culture and just combining the two.
Now, how are you distributing your product right now?
Online. So anytime you can order online. So we do catering and we do pop-up shops. So at any time you can visit eatveganvibes.com, check out the menu. There's a description. So there are a lot of items that people aren't really familiar with, like carimañolas. So everything is described for you there, and you can see the pricing and order, and it's very user-friendly. So
are you shipping food across the country, or are you just delivering locally?
Delivering locally, yes. Yes.
Now, you talked about having children. You have 3 kids. Now, how do you balance that? School is starting up now. For one, are you happy they're going for 8 hours so you can work?
Actually, my kids keep me grounded because the business is so hectic, and my days as a businesswoman can be very chaotic. So just coming home to my children kind of relaxes me, actually. It helps that my children are older. So my boys are 21 and 23. And my daughter is 16, so she's entering school next week as a junior in high school. So now is the opportunity for me to actually live my life and kind of finally reach my goals and chase my dreams. So it is still very hectic balancing, but I think some days are good and some days are bad, but I still love it.
Now, you're doing this all alone? Like when somebody puts an order in, you have all these ingredients in the house and put these orders together yourself?
I do. I rent a wonderful kitchen. It's Cleveland Food Hub down Central Kitchen downtown, and I take an order in, and I do everything from shopping for ingredients to prepping to even delivering.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, you say starting a business is stressful and keeping it going. And the City of Cleveland's Economic Development Department has a lot of tools in place to help you guys.
Yes.
Tell us how they helped you.
Well, one of my biggest obstacles was funding. Being a small business owner, and you have different obstacles like not knowing where to go, what to do, what type of funding, what's a good interest rate. There's so many things that you don't know. I'm really learning as I go. And my biggest, as I was trying to scale up into a cafe, my biggest obstacle was finding funding. And that's where the City of Cleveland came in. They have a wonderful program for small business owners and minority business owners to make those dreams come true. So they are making that possible for me.
So your ultimate goal is, do you have a store yet?
Yes, so I do.
Okay.
I have acquired a space that I do have a lease on. It is in the up and coming Midtown neighborhood. I'm very happy to be. I actually grew up not too far away from there. So it's all just coming full circle for me. So I'm very happy to be opening in Midtown. It's actually 75th and Carnegie in the Cleveland Food Hub, right next to Cleveland Bagel. So we'll be starting construction on that soon. So I'm really, really excited. It'll be a brick and mortar where I can kind of expand my menu and everything. I'm so used to catering and doing pop-ups. And so now I have the opportunity to not only expand my menu, but to have everything fresh, made to order. So I'm extremely excited about it. Yeah.
They didn't tell you to bring the food?
No, they didn't. Sorry.
We got to make our way over to your spot then. Check it out, man.
And I do also want to add that we are the only Panamanian restaurant, vegan and non-vegan, in Northeast Ohio.
Wow.
Yes.
So
very proud of that.
Now, what do people say if they're not familiar with those form of dishes that you make? What's the reaction you usually get people for the first time tasting your food?
It's a great reaction. To be honest, a lot of my customers aren't vegan, and I think it's because they are more so interested in the cultural food. So they're like, what are empanadas? I've never had cardimoniolas before. So, people love plantains and empanadas, and I think that is a way for me to kind of bring them over to say, hey, experiment with the vegan lifestyle. So that's my way of reeling them in. People are excited and interested in the culture aspect of it. So I'd love to hear that part.
I'm your ordinary fat meat eater. So tell me, if you were to convert me over to your style of eating, what would you say to me?
I would say you can have everything that you love, just in a plant-based way. There is a vegan substitute to everything that you like. If you like fried chicken, I can make you arroz con pollo, which is fried chicken with a Spanish rice dish that has like peas and carrots and bell peppers in it, and salad and all the good stuff to go with it. So I can guarantee you that if you try my jackfruit, it is the best that you've ever had. So I worked really hard to make the texture, taste, everything as close to your regular food as possible. Wow.
So the chicken isn't a real piece of meat, really?
No.
Okay.
No.
Cool. I got to try that. That's awesome. All right. Now, so what's your biggest challenge to keep moving? Like, what's the biggest challenge?
Learning as you go. Being in this on my own, I'm literally learning as I go. There's always something new to learn. And you just have to keep going. You hit a wall and you figure out how to get around it, and you just keep moving. And when I look back, I've been doing this for 5 years. And when I look back from 2018, when I first started, I have grown so much as a businesswoman. I didn't go to college, so I don't have a business degree, but experience in life is the best teacher. So I have learned so much. And the City of Cleveland really is an amazing place. We have so many resources for small business owners, free training, classes, courses, anything that you could think of, mentorship, business advisors, no charge. So I think if you're really serious about growing your business, just reach out and tap into the resources in Cleveland. There's an abundant amount. So I think really just learning as I go, because sometimes you think and then you hit a wall and then you have to kind of get over it. But all in all, I think those challenges have made me a better businesswoman for sure.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed. I hope you are too. Now, what's your next step? What's going on next for Vegan Vybez?
So I'm excited to announce that we will be starting construction on our restaurant. So Vegan Vybez will be expanding into an actual brick and mortar in Midtown Cleveland, and we will be changing the name to La Chomba. I love the name Vegan Vibes. We'll continue to grow that as a brand. So we will have our cookies. We have a line of vegan cookies, which will be featured in Meyer's new marketplace.
Oh, wow.
And so we'll have cookbooks and other store items that will be coming out under Vegan Vibes, but I did want to rename the brick and mortar to La Chomba. I think the word vegan kind of scares people off, and I kind of want to highlight the cultural aspect more than I am very passionate about the vegan lifestyle, but more so I want to highlight the cultural aspect. So I decided to rename the actual brick and mortar La Chomba. So that's the next step for Vegan Vibes. We are scaling up to a brick and mortar finally. I'm so excited about that. Yes.
And what's La Chomba?
La Chomba. Chomba is a Panamanian. It's like Panamanian slang. It's a word used for Afro-Latina, brown-skinned Spanish girl. It's a term of endearment. It means love.
All right. So, hey, La Chomba.
Yes.
You're walking down the street. I got you. All right. Now, real quick, man, the story is very cool. And what can you share and leave our audience with, and people out there who may be wanting to start their own business, and what kind of mindset should they have? What steps should they take?
Unwavering belief in yourself. That is the key. You are going to hit so many obstacles. You're going to have people that don't believe in you. You're going to have so many people that won't support you. You have to be your own cheerleader. Unwavering belief in yourself is the only way to go. You have to live and breathe it. And just keep pushing, because everything that you go through is for a reason. You know, you're building yourself into, you know, in order for me to run a restaurant or run a $1 million brand, I have to be a certain type of woman. So everything that I go through is kind of building me and constructing me into that person. Right. And so I think you just have to be able to take that. But I think unwavering belief in yourself is what's going to keep you going.
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us.
You're
We're
welcome.
excited, and we want to support what you do. And can you tell everybody, you have any social media for them to follow?
Yes, so our Instagram is Vegan Vibes, and Vibes is spelled Vybez, and our website is eatveganvibes.com. Our Facebook is also Vegan Vibes.
All righty. So once again, Cleveland, we want to thank you, Shereen Bradley. We want to thank the City of Cleveland Economic Development Department and the City of Cleveland TV 20 and Mayor Bibb for letting all of this happen. And like she said,
Unwavering belief in yourself.
Belief in yourself, and you too can make it in Cleveland. I'm Errol Porter. This is TV 20, and we are Cleveland.